Hey, how are you? Happy Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. Got a few seconds here till the opening. Gonna just grab the fib when that happens. Okay, we have opened. Let's grab this fib. Let's put some levels back on here. I'm gonna grab one more fib. I'm gonna fib this range real quick. So I like where we are. We're inside of this. Now we're fair value gap. Oops, I think this is still stuck on regular trading hours. Let's get this back over to electronic. Let's zoom out a little bit. Some sell side here and here. Oh man. Alrighty. So we can see price almost hit constant encroachment of regular trading hours opening range gap. Right, but we're failing to get there. So we're working down. But we'll also have this 1 hour for value gap, but we're now below constant encroachment. So we're in a decent area of the dealing range to long, but I want to wait for this 9 o'clock 1 hour candle to close. And based on how the 10 o'clock candle looks, maybe we'll enter long. ES is going down. I am actually looking like it wants to maybe come back up. Pound looking bullish. Dollar index and euro looking a little indecisive. Just hanging tight for the moment. Oh, it's a little better. So, that's a nice sell side within the regular trading opening hours gap that we could easily come down and take out. Also have this 1 hour fair value gap as well as this 1 hour order block. I'm feeling like this order block is definitely going to get touched in this opening range. I could be wrong, but you need to monitor and take a look at everything. So this is the opening price of that 1 hour order block that I was just saying I was thinking price was going to draw down to, and that is what we're seeing right there. Let's get some eighths on this opening range gap. Notice the reaction there off the 1 hour order block opening price. It's also a quadrant level. So we've taken constant encroachment of the opening range gap regular trading hours. And I'm actually going to take this off. We can just remember that's what that is. I think it's a little too soon to go long. We did have news at 8:15. I saw this run up and then nice drop off. Okay, we are going down further. I'm not surprised by that. It's looking like we're going to get a full gap closure. This is an immediate rebalance right here in the 1 minute, as well as this. So, bearish stuff. We are about to take out London session liquidity. So we tagged that. Up down in 15 seconds. We've closed in the opening range gap. Straight drop off from the opening. Having a bullish reaction. Oh, excuse me. ES did also take out its London session low. we had this little reaction, but not really an entry long yet. It is Wednesday, but really it's only the second day of the trading week since Monday was a holiday. We have this opening rate, or new week opening gap down below that could act as a draw on liquidity. Okay, we're traded through this order block. We have this propulsion block right here that my eye is also on. Did leave these clean highs right here. Took out anybody that went long prematurely, continuing to dump. We are now working outside the opening range gap. I'm going to take this off. Potential 15-second bearish order block. Okay. All right, and what we can do is we can extend our opening range gap. So we're gonna grab a here. Alright, so we have some nice sell side right here. You can see this on the 5 minute. We also have this opening range gap projection. So we're hitting the low of the regular trading hours opening range gap, having a little bit of rejection. We have this fair value gap right here. This is our next target. Okay, we tagged that. We can also, we'll just put in right now, just in case it wants to keep going down. ES also dropping off heavily as well. Very much in this order block here. See price wicked up, it's rejecting. In about 5 minutes, the 950 macro will start. I do not think this is a good spot to go long yet. Okay, watching this 1 minute order block. See price came right up to the opening price. We're having a bearish reaction. My next target on the downside. Keeping an eye on time. I'm not seeing a huge sell-off on the euro or pound. Alright, I just want to look at some other time frames. Interesting on the 3 minute, I'm going to take this off. On the 3 minute, I'm just noticing this is all pretty balanced here, right? We have a small imbalance right here. Be a possible target if we start seeing a reversal. Don't think it's happening right this second. There you go, 40 seconds to the 950 macro. And on the 1 hour, I'm looking at this. The 950 macro has just started, so we might see a run on some of these shorts. Price might want to revisit constant encroachment of the opening range gap. Remember, we also had, oops, I wanted to keep the 1 hour here. Have this little imbalance right here. So we can mark this out. Alright, and we do have a break of structure to the upside here, hitting this order block again. Potential breakaway gap. You grab a fib also, try and get optimal trade entry. Oops, let me take this stuff off. Let's change these colors. Let's get this stuff off. Yeah, I think this might act as a breakaway gap. So it looks like you're not going to get your optimal trade entry. Potentially. Okay, and looks like we want to head back. Maybe revisit this 3-minute fair value gap, and then potentially the regular trading hours opening range gap constant encroachment is in the cards. I like how, looking at the 1 hour, we're having this reaction off of this bullish 1 hour fair value gap. We're unable to reclaim constant encroachment of the regular trading hours opening range gap by 10. My confidence in going long would be minimal for the rest of the day. Okay, we're hitting. We just had an institutional order flow entry drill potentially. Notice we just worked back into this fair value gap. But because we're working below the regular trading hours opening range gap constant encroachment, because it's close to 10 a.m., I'm leaning towards we're going to go lower for the day, but it could always be wrong. So just watching how price is going to be using this fair value gap. So let's keep an eye on this. Alright, we're trading through it, obviously. So we got a closer, so if this comes back up, this could be a nice shorting opportunity potentially. Notice price utilizing this level I outlined. I got a few more minutes till the 10 a.m. candle opens. I'm getting the feeling price might consolidate for a little bit. I think that's typical of 10 a.m. sometimes, where we have this move down, we get everybody excited about going short. We then have a move up, we get people excited about going long, and then price has a tendency to just bounce around and really cause a lot of damage for people who are all amped up about everything. So yeah, notice we couldn't even get back up to this 3-minute bearish for value gap. We've come back down, not really showing any respect of this fair value gap that I wanted to see act as a breakaway gap if we were going to go higher. We closed below it, reclaimed it, and now we're kind of again right back inside this fair value gap. We've got about 1 minute till the 10 a.m. candle. I'm gonna take this off for a moment. Okay, maybe we'll bring it back up in a sec. It's getting a little too busy for me. We'll make this actually orange since we're a little unsure how this is acting at the moment. Watching this candle to see if it wants to act as a 1-minute order block. bullish order block, that is. Okay, and the 10 a.m. candle is opening. I like how we had this reaction here. But yeah, because we're working below the opening range gap, right? Here's constant encroachment. Like, I would like to go long, but given the time and the fact that we are below that, it's not giving me a great deal of confidence to do that. But I do like this reaction off the order block. So we look down, we have that here. Are seeing a break of structure higher. Are back inside regular trading hours, opening range gap. Currency's not really giving me a whole lot to work with. We have a propulsion block here, so alright, let's try it out. Stop loss is gonna go here below the propulsion block. Target a simple 1-to-1. Actually gonna just put this just below constant encroachment. Yeah, it's not quite a 1-to-1, obviously, but yeah, I feel like I forced this trade. Yeah, I would have liked to have just seen me not take any trade at the moment. To be honest with you, even if it pans out, I'm not super happy with this decision. So, I should have been on micros. My stop loss really needed to be below at least constant encouragement of this wick. Guess we can move it there. But then I don't know if I have a lot of confidence in price going back up today. Alright, stop loss needed to be here. And then this would have to be here. Yeah, this trade doesn't even make sense. So, silly trade on my part. So, yeah. I literally said out loud that because of the time and we were below this, that it was not a good idea to long, and I longed anyway. Why did I do that? Yeah, so notice how price failing to get back above this 3-minute fair value gap. We're not showing any desire to get back above here. We're about to show disrespect of this propulsion block, so actually going to reverse the position. Realizing I am offsides here, I'm gonna put my stop loss here. Yeah, not happy with that first execution there, and it is what it is. But noticing also what I always was thinking was going to happen is coming to fruition. We're kind of consolidating within this 10 a.m. hour. Made a big move up and then down in the pre-market and right at the opening, so I think this is typical. This is part of trading I just can't stand. I'll leave the stop loss where it is. Let's do a projection. So let's see where negative 1.5 is. So that's down here. So we'll aim for that. I'll line it up with this sell side here, actually. Just a bit above. Okay, I'd like to see this 1 minute bearish order block act as resistance. And I'm noticing price is really failing to make a run here, so we are in a bit of a consolidation. It wouldn't surprise me if we just price stayed within this range for a little bit. Yeah, not happy with the way I'm trading this session. Yeah, I would have preferred just not have taken a trade here. So, we'll be right back. I need to stop using the 3 screens. I can only look at 2 of these windows at once. The 5 minute, I feel like I haven't even. Whatever's down here in the right hand corner, kinda. I can't keep an eye on that. So. Wow, that's some of the worst guitar playing I've ever heard. That was generally god awful. Good grief. I'm gonna run down some equity here, I think. I'm gonna put it above mean threshold of this order block here. That locks in a 1-to-1 on the trade. Move it down just a little bit. I think we'll probably have a bullish reaction just to trap traders who are breakout artists. You know what, we'll leave it right here. Actually, we'll continue to trail. Decisions. No, that's fine. I just feel like we had breakout artists here, so it wouldn't surprise me if price comes back up before going back down. Okay, I'm actually just gonna trail. Lock in some more. Ever so close to my target. I think we're like line 2, 10 points away. This is probably going to stop me out. Alrighty, there it is. And in typical trading view, paper fashion, the stop loss, there it is. Alright. Okay, so yeah, I'm not happy with what I did, or I went long. Realized I was way off sides, reversed the position, mitigated the loss, and ended the paper session in victory. So yeah, this threw me off a little bit. This reaction, looking at the 1 hour here, but using the regular trading hours opening range gap and time, was able to reverse and end this session on a win. And so I think this is I guess this is trade 8 and 9, because I did 2. So I think I'll just I don't know if I'll call it 8 and 9 or just 1. We'll see. Anyway, there you have it.